Sticky Cross. Hi, my name is Anna and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with a very special, very exciting comeback reaction because today is CONFBACK Repackage Day. I'm so excited.
I was thinking that too. So today, On and Off released their repackage, and the title for this is Ugly Dance 춤춰. Obviously, we have watched the teasers for this, and we are super duper excited for CONFBACK Repackage. So let's go. Is the dancing robots again?
Do you think it's Hyojin motion
Again?
capture again?
Confirm identity.
Amazing. Oh. What's up, sis?
Oh, it's funky. Oh, I like that line. Whoa, whoa. It's so like minimal in the beginning. I like this section.
Yes. Oh, I love all of the
Hints,
beautiful, yeah.
or references.
This dance, like the composition of it's so different from their normal dances.
This song is very different. Kind of. Is that a harp?
What?
Why is it just hitting me now that this is literally just a dance video?
I don't know. Dance circle. Oh,
City.
wow. This is obviously very dance focused. I have a lot to say and not a lot of time. So first, the composition of this, like I said in the reaction, it's different from their normal style of songs, which makes sense because the song is a different sound, but also there's just a lot more like freestyle moments in it. And I do say freestyle in sort of quotes because obviously it's very planned what they're going to be doing, but it gives that feeling of like, this is my personal style, which is different from his personal style, which is different from his personal style, and the way they're doing the movements, which again makes sense because of the style of dance. Like, it's definitely more on the hip-hop side of things. And just style-wise too, it feels a lot more laid back than their dances usually do. Like at the end when I said, oh, dance circle, when Wyatt's doing his like freestyle dance and they're all around him, that's kind of the vibe that the whole dance gives. It's just like a dance circle when a hip-hop crew or like a breakdance crew is hanging out and just like chilling, showing off, like hyping each other up. But also that's how it's composed to feel. Like a lot of the formations, a lot of the highlight moments of individual dancers, and also just the choreography itself. And like, yeah, this really highlighted the dance. I'm so happy. The flashier moments, like when they all arch up from the ground, like that's obviously a moment where people are gonna go, because one, that's really difficult, like wow, core strength, wow, balance, and also 5 people doing it at one time. That's impressive. But it's also just in smaller details, like the fact that they're really highlighting their dance ability through like all of the little details they can add. That's a very on and off style thing, to have a lot of small details in their dances. So like a couple that stuck out to me right from the beginning, I don't even know if you call it footwork, but they rock back onto their heels and they like twist their feet in and out, and it highlights something that's happening in the music. Again, a very on and off thing to highlight like a little sound effect with a detail in the dance. But also even down to like the detail in the fingertips on the 1 and 2 and 3 and I didn't do it right, but they're counting with their fingers as they're dancing. Like it's just small details like that that take it to the next level. So I mentioned in the reaction too, I loved the references to Beautiful Beautiful. 1, I love when groups do that, but 2, for Repackage, that felt like really appropriate. Last comment, I think this song really showed off their dance skills, which aren't ignored usually, but I do think that when people think of On and Off, they tend to think of like really fantastic music, really insane vocalists, and then dancing is sort of like 3rd or 4th thing that people think of, which doesn't really make sense. They have a whole off team devoted to performance. But anyways, it's still a good song, but it felt way more dance focused, which, one, name of the song makes a lot of sense. Also, the music video, like Anna so aptly pointed out about 3 minutes in, is completely dance focused. So this is like my ideal music video because I love On and Off. I love their storyline. I don't get most of it usually, and I usually can't say a lot of things in their comeback reactions because they don't show a lot of the dance, so I was living for this. But also I think coming off of Beautiful Beautiful, this shows like another style of them, and like also shows like, hey, yes, we can do like acapella, we have great vocals, watch our dancing too. Loved it. Anna's turn.
Hi, so for my comments, the first note that I wrote down was, sorry, I didn't realize it was dance so late. I'm tired, and also like I am watching the video, but my mind is more focused on what's happening in the song. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, so this song, my immediate thought reaction to it was, oh, this is like the On and Off version of a laid back hip-hop concept comeback. Peyton also said that for the dance as well, but musically, like, it has a few of those really strong characteristics of that style. It includes the just straight percussion beats, like the style of the snare lines that they're using, sort of like clap sounds as well, the distorted voice counting the 1 and 2 and 3 and things like that, and like the rhythms of it too, but in a more like laid back hip-hop concept release. Generally in K-pop, those beats, the percussion line, will be the focus of those sections. That's not the case for this song. When the more like laid back sections happen, the perk is more like underlying, and the other instrumental line on top of it is more of the focus. I mean, obviously what they're singing and rapping is the focus, but like the instrument is more higher priority. Like the piano line that happens in the verses, that's more like funky. Towards the second half of the verses, the added more groovy, is it bass or electric? I don't know. And it's like that in the first half of the chorus as well. But then the second half of the chorus is very different. First of all, the freaking strings that are like doo-doo, and then doo-doo. That's why the song sort of felt like a mix between like, yes, this more hip-hop concept, and then also Beautiful Beautiful more like the upright, like sort of anthem-y marching band-esque. Besides the obvious beautiful, beautiful references, like in the beginning with the horn section, or like the 예술 part, the second half of the chorus references that feeling more. And then I guess the last thing sort of that I have written down because time is, I talked about a harp. It is a harp. There's also a harp in the beginning too, which my mind was not focused on yet because I was still processing the beautiful, beautiful reference. And in the bridge, I think the section where you were trying to listen for the harp, they had actually switched to, there's also a synth line playing, like a bubbly synth line that mimics the sound of a harp. Like it's very similar to what the harp is playing. It's sort of continuing it in like the where it is, but it has like this slight techno edge to it. So that's really cool because it's like, obviously they have classical instruments, but also like for their concept, they reference like the techno sounds a lot that mimic it. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
TLDR for this is CONFBACK Repackaged album is out. Congratulations, first of all. Also, in this release, they showed a new side to themselves. Like they're always saying they're trying something new. It's a little bit more hip-hop, but it's still in an on and off style. Still has some of those traditional on and off characteristics, like the attention to details in the dance, the details in the song, the mix of classical and more techno. And as fuses, we are just very happy today.
You're so cute. Okay, but that being said, if you enjoyed this reaction video, also love On and Off and the CONFBACK Repackage, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe,
Ding!
turn on your notification bell.
1 and 2 and 3 and
bye!